It's no secret that Hasan Piker here has absolutely no idea what he's talking about 90% of the time, at least in my estimation. The guy goes on these political rants despite having absolutely no knowledge base to base anything on. Somehow, Hasan has become the #2 political streamer on Twitch with 2.9 million followers on the site, despite the fact that Hasan very rarely knows what he's talking about. However, luckily for him, he has confidence. If you say something that's wrong and you say it with enough confidence, people won't question you. And that's basically Hasan Piker's entire career, as far as I can figure. The guy is basically just staying afloat because he's convinced people that he's smart through sheer confidence and unwillingness to compromise or admit that he's wrong. It's actually somewhat impressive, possibly the only impressive thing he's ever done. However, we're not here today to talk in general about Hasan. We're here to talk about something Hasan said on stream the other day, which actually shows that he is the perfect example of horseshoe theory, because Hasan said something that was so anti-Semitic that if you just showed me that clip in context, I would assume Hasan Piker was a far-right extremist. So what exactly did he say? Well, we're going to take a look, but first I want to point out that I do not condone what he's saying, and also I need you to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for doing that. Let's watch the clip.
On the other hand, you have obviously ISIS, which is this terror cell that seemingly never attacks Israel and only kills Muslims. Weirdly enough, okay? Don't know what that's about. I'm not going to point any fingers here. Has the American forces actually defended ISIS at times? Yes. Has Israel defended ISIS at times in Syria? Yes, they have.
That's just everything he said. Every single thing that Hasan just said is wrong. But he said it confidently, so I'm sure people believed him. He said that the US and Israel have defended ISIS. That's not even the worst part, but it is just a ridiculous stance for him to take and shows that he has absolutely no idea what he's talking about. He seems to imply that Israel is behind ISIS because he says they only attack Muslims and that they never attack Israel, which is not true at all.
This terror cell that seemingly never attacks Israel and only kills Muslims. Weirdly enough.
Actually, ISIS is responsible for one of the biggest genocides of Christians in the Middle East ever. So I don't know where he gets the idea that ISIS only kills Muslims, but that's besides the point. He seems to be implying that Israel is responsible for ISIS, right? That's the only thing that I can take from him saying, oh, well, they only ever attack Muslims and they never attack Israel. What other implication could he possibly be drawing there? I'm not some staunch defender of Israel. I don't really care what happens on the other side of the world at all. However, when somebody says something like that so confidently and they're so wrong, I mean, where did he get this idea? He straight up sounds like a far-right extremist in that clip. It's a perfect example of horseshoe theory, right? He's gone so far to the left that he's openly making anti-Semitic remarks and promoting anti-Semitic conspiracy theories live on Twitch. That's what that was, right? Saying that ISIS never attacks Israel but attacks Muslims is implying that Israel is behind ISIS, which just isn't true, and it's straight up anti-Semitic conspiracy theory. How does he get away with this? You would think that being on the far left, people would take a little bit of offense to the fact that he's being openly racist, and that, my friends, brings us to horseshoe theory. Horseshoe theory in political science proposes the extreme ends of the political spectrum, the far left and far right, are more similar to each other than either is to the political center. This concept suggests that while seemingly opposed, these extremes share characteristics or behaviors such as authoritarianism or intolerance. And I personally think that that's entirely true. I think the more extreme you are, the crazier you are. To be so far left as Hasan is, I don't think that you can hold these ideas in your head and be mentally stable. Once you get too far to the political extremes, whether you're on the far left or on the far right, you're just crazy. And that's what I think's going on here. He's gone so far left, he probably started off thinking, oh, it's so bad what's happening in Gaza. The Israelis are doing some bad stuff. And that has led him to the point where he now thinks that Israel controls ISIS. He went down a rabbit hole to extremism. And I do not condone what he said. I can't say that enough. This guy's crazy. He's literally espousing conspiracy theories now. And don't forget, guys, that Hasan Piker is the type of streamer that Twitch wants to promote. He's constantly pushed to the front page of Twitch, and the CEO has gone on record to say that Hasan is one of his favorite creators. So you gotta wonder what's going on in the offices over there at Twitch. Anyway, what do you guys think about this? Can you believe that Hasan actually believes these things, or do you think he's just playing it up because he knows his audience is crazy? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching all the way till the end. Remember to like and subscribe. Have a great day, and God bless you.